From a financial standpoint, when's the right time to start a family? We're going to talk about that coming up.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to an all-new edition of the Sunday Night Sit Down with America's #1 money couple. I'm Talent.
And I'm Ty, and we're from hisandhermoney.com, where we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
The Sunday Night Sit Down is being brought to you by Audible. Audible.com is a great resource to get audiobooks for those who have less than ideal time available to get reading in. We all know that reading is fundamental and it's a habit of millionaires and billionaires worldwide. So if you're striving to be one of them, you're going to have to start reading. And Audible is a great way for you to do that. You can get a free trial and a free ebook by going to hisandhermoney.com/audible. And of course, we'll have the link down below in the description box.
Well, guys, we have been asked this question numerous times.
Yeah.
When should be the right time for us to start our family? Because you know what? We are drowning in debt. And every time I hear that question, my reaction and my response is always the same. It hurts me. It pains my heart to think that there are people who are in a lot of debt, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of debt, and they're putting their goals or their wants and their desires of having a family to the side because they're simply drowning in debt. And you know what, guys? It could very well take you forever to pay that off, because anything can happen. Situations can arise. Someone can lose their job. Maybe you won't be able to pay for it. And here it is, your family is being put on hold. So we don't think that there is a right time or a wrong time to start a family. We do believe that you should sit down and speak with your spouse about that when you both feel comfortable enough. Now, I understand. I get it. That there are some situations, maybe a spouse has a very demanding job and they just don't want to start a family right now because it wouldn't be right or would be fair for their child. I understand that. But if you are saying we can't have children because we have debt, that's totally wrong. I believe that you should be wise when deciding to have your children. Now, of course, if you don't have anywhere to stay, you don't have any money to put food on the table for yourself, then how would you be able to feed your child? So you kind of have to think about things like that.
Absolutely. It comes down to looking at the numbers and looking at your priorities in life. We are all about going hardcore with paying off debt and doing everything you can to eliminate the debt that you have out of your life. But sometimes you need to have life debt payoff balance, and you need to reprioritize your pace of paying off debt. You need to reprioritize the categories within your budget. You need to move numbers around. You need to have an honest look at the numbers and see for yourself, well, if we cut back here, if we taper down on the debt payoff, maybe we can make this work. Because you do have to consider the numbers. You do have to consider your finances. Now, that's not the final determining factor because, some things can change. You can get a better job. You can get a different job. You can get a job. But you have to be honest. You have to look at the numbers, and then you all need to talk back and forth about your priorities in life. Because some people have a prolonged debt payoff, but it's by choice because they would rather do things in life now that may delay the debt payoff, but they want to enjoy life as they go down the journey to financial freedom. So it's really going to come down to you all looking at the numbers, looking at your priorities, being honest about the situation and all the variables, and coming up with a solid plan.
Yeah, because we do understand that taking care of a child or raising a child can be pretty pricey.
We got 3 of them ourselves.
Yeah, we have 3 of them ourselves, and we love them dearly. But you do have to factor in costs such as daycare. My goodness, if all of our children were in daycare, that is simply a mortgage payment.
Whoa.
So you kind of have to ask yourself, okay, will I plan on coming home, or will I have a family member watch the child? Think of things like that. Think of anything that has to deal with money when it comes to taking care of your child. Now, again, we never advise anyone to hold off or delay starting a family simply because they're in debt, but we always do advise that you sit down and count up the cost. Think about, again, the daycare cost and things like that. But overall, we think that having a family and having children is like the best thing that we could have ever done in our marriage, beyond paying off our debt, and they are our greatest rewards.
So guys, just be honest. Don't automatically count yourself out of parenthood just because you all are fighting your way out of debt. We don't want you to do that. We want you to prioritize whether you feel like starting the family now is of the utmost importance. If that's the case, then do it.
Yeah.
Just taper down on your debt payoff, adjust the budget, and make it happen.
That's right. And I will also advise, prepare for your child prior to the child coming. I will never forget my sister. She knew that her and her husband wanted to start a family, so she started to buy diapers at rock bottom prices. I mean, I don't even see those prices anymore, like $2.50 a package. And she didn't have to pay for diapers for 2 whole years, even after her child was born. She didn't have to purchase diapers and things like that because she prepared. So maybe you do know that you want to start a family with your spouse. Then I would suggest possibly set up a sinking fund or set up a separate account, begin to put money in there because you know that maybe you're going to have to buy a crib and different essentials that go along with taking care of a child. I even had a friend that I used to work with. When her and her husband, they found out that they were expecting every single paycheck, they would buy a package of diapers.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, they were preparing because they knew that once the baby comes, the cost of taking care of the child, like diapers and formula and things like that, is going to go up. So they prepared themselves before their child came.
So it's all about being proactive and having the open, honest discussion with each other and then moving forward with whatever the plan is from there.
Yep. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. We want to hear from you. Leave a comment in the comment section below letting us know your thoughts. Don't forget, check us out over at our website at hisandhermoney.com. And until next time, meet us here next Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us sharing with you.
Well, that's it for this week, guys. Until next time, peace.
Rockin' my baby. Bye.